Vikings taking on the Lumberjacks of Chicago. Here's the former UCLA Bruin, Kaimi Fairbairn, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go, shot. 70 Timberwolves. Hey, smash Bronco. Ready, ready.
They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Ready.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys that have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays.
7 Pirates, 79 Broncos. Riggs. Ready.
They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And it's fielded at the 34. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Big Lion. 65.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
18, 5 in. 4-17.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Check, hurt. Reload.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Another tote for Etienne. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 10.
Mustang 19.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Now 3rd down and 7.
70 Rangers. Don't shoot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And got his man complete. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And this is incomplete. These two teams, you may remember, they met in Minnesota earlier in the year with the Vikings coming out victorious. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Chicago. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Here's a screen for Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indication. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
2nd and 13. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Christian Kirk, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
At their own 14-yard line.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Ready, right?
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. McKinnon here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. And now they'll shift things around.
Panther Street, Panther Street.
Slot man moves right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
At the 49-yard line.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion.
Deputy! Street! Street! Cup 19! Cup 19! Check smash! Check smash! Ready, ready?
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this off to Etienne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 11-yard line.
Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. Well, the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here we go. Here we go.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat. Street.
They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
A gain of 2 on the play.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the game.
Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 94 yards. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11.
14. Lumberjacks 3. Fairbairn set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And there will not be a return here.
WTF double exclamation mark.
25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Come on.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Trap 60. Mustang 19. 70 Ranger. Let go.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd
A
down.
loss of 4 yards brings up 3rd down and 14.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sideline.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Get it! Buffalo 18!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Dragon 60! 60 Maverick! 60 Maverick!
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within one score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
Carlson's extra point up and good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try to win this ball game.
In trouble, and he's taken down. And now they're in the hurry up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out right at the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Second down and a run by Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Back to Robinson now on first down. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2nd and 7.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
Robinson with another carry. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Here we go. Go, Reed, go.
Handoff running left is ETN. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
79 Broncos.
They're going to try and throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Touchdown, Vikings! T.J. Hockenson. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Vikings 24, Lumberjacks 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay,
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is him.
Back now here on EA Sports as we've got the final quarter upon us. We get ready to start the fourth.
Pass the 60, pass the 60.
Running out of the gun with ETN. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
On second down, ETN once more. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. The offense on third down tonight, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got him this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Going for it, here's ETN. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Hey, smash Bronco!
A give running right, ETN. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up.
Ready.
On third down, here's ETN. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Chicago. Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Carlson's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Carlson back out there now to send this one away. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs and keep possession of the football.
Now defensively here, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Motion man left is Kirk.
They're going to look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Now a handoff to Chandler.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
From the 20, here's a 2nd and 8.
Lion.
This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Rig alert. Rig alert.
And they'll go again with ETN.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss on the play.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
But that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
It's a gain of 3.
Here we go. Here we go. Hurt. Mustang 19. 70 Rangers.
Robinson up the middle.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Dragon 60.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
They'll drop to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Fielded at the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over.
This is 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street. Go.
Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. Here's Chandler. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Chicago! Ty Chandler, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lumberjacks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
Check.
And he is not going to reach the goal line. A courageous call to try for 2, but they will remain down by a point. So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Get it.
Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a game where they got out to a pretty good size lead, and then they had to hang on for dear life at the end.
Not exactly how you would draw it up.